All right, gonna try to get that set up. Let me take care of something real quick. We'll see if any friends show up this morning. So I hope everyone remembered, at least in the US, we have fallen back. Gonna get darker earlier now. I don't know what time the sun's actually gonna come up. It's a good question. Hey, Jace. Jace says, poop howdy. Good morning, my friend. 1 second. Sharing my, I write on Medium. Medium's it's a writer's forum. You get to share your writing and you can monetize your writing, and gives you an opportunity to make, for me, $2 or $3 a month. $2 or $3 a month buys me some coffee. It all adds up. Jay says back to normal. Back to normal times. I was going to say back to normal. What do we know of normal? What do we know? How do we go back to normal when we've never experienced normal before? All right. So now the next step is to bring up my desktop and bring up the live stream so I can read some comments a little easier.
Dominates the rift with.
Sorry about that. Yeah, back to normal times, it seems. As normal as they get. The other time was weird. Yes, it was. So, continuing, reading from A Course in Miracles. I'm going to the manual for teachers. This is the end point of A Course in Miracles. So there's really no end point, but it is the last of the 3 books that are offered in one. We have the textbook, the workbook, which is 365 lessons, and the manual for teachers. Who are teachers? Teachers of God. You don't have to use that term God if you don't want to. You can say the Tao, you can say love, infinite spirit, the infinite itself, source. You don't have to call it anything. Any label you put on it is not the true thing. It's just a description. The description is never the thing. Alan Watts famously said, you'll never get wet by the word water. The actuality of water is getting in the water, getting wet, knowing it. No one can ever describe that. The description of an apple is not the taste of an apple. Who we are, who we truly are, what we do, doesn't really need a description, except when you are trying to remind someone or remind ourselves. Then it's like a pointer. Don't confuse the finger pointing at the moon for the moon. It's just the finger. Ramana Maharshi famously said, it's like using a thorn to remove a thorn from your hand, and then you throw both thorns away. You don't need to keep them anymore. So, a teacher of God, according to A Course in Miracles, is, these are the qualifications. They consist solely in this. Somehow, somewhere, he or she has made a deliberate choice in which he did not see his interest as apart from someone else's. Imagine that. Making a deliberate choice in which we do not see our interest as apart or separate from someone else's. You know who demonstrates this very nicely? Our friend Jace. When he's working out, he's getting in shape. He's pushing his limits. He's cultivating a sense of well-being and health and fitness. However, he's not seeing that apart from your own interest, which is why he gently takes you by the hand and guides you through it as well. You see? Jay says, seeing with the heart is the key. Absolutely. So, in section 3, it talks about, I just wanted to set that up with their introduction. Levels of teaching. We love to divide. We love to have levels. We love to say, I'm at level 5 vegan power, that I am level 17 burpee uh, ability. You know what I mean? We love levels. Course in Miracles says there's really no levels. There's just teaching. We are teachers of God when we decide. Goga. Good morning, Eric. Good morning, Goga. Happy day after your birthday, my friend. Goga is 36. Goga says, Jason, my friend. So, there are no God. The teachers of God have no set teaching levels. There's no level. No one's a better yogi than another yogi. Each teaching learning situation involves a different relationship at the beginning, although the ultimate goal is always the same, to make the relationship a holy relationship. And remember, a holy relationship is when we see that someone else's interest isn't separate from ours. We're here to serve, we're here to help. This gives life an ultimate purpose. Everyone wants that ultimate purpose. What's the purpose of life? Camilla, my friend, how are you? Welcome back. And we want that ultimate purpose to be whatever it is we're doing. I was meant to be a CEO. I was meant to be president of the United States. I was meant to be this. I was meant to be that. But what if our purpose was just to love in every situation and every encounter? Let's read it from the Course. I think the Course might give it better. Well, let me explain it, and then I'll read from the Course. What if every encounter was set up by the divine? Set up by the divine in order for us to put our self-interest aside and to just truly realize there are no others. Again, as Ramana Maharshi said, when he was asked by a follower, how do we treat others? How do we treat other people? And he smiled and said, there are no others. None. There is only the divine in manifestation of appearances. And you are a divine appearance. Jace is a divine appearance. Goga is a divine appearance. Camilla is a divine appearance. And yes, even me, as hard as that is to believe, a divine appearance of the divine. So, we are teachers because when we put our self-interest aside just for a moment, we are helping other people realize that they are divine, that we are divine. A holy moment, holy instant, a holy relationship. Everyone who comes to you on YouTube gives you an opportunity. I don't have to respond to someone who is offering me something that seems unkind, that seems mean, that seems like uncalled for. It's exactly called for. They are not here by accident. They are here because they're saying, remind me of who I am. Remind me that I am an aspect of the divine and that you are too. It's a holy moment. It's a holy relationship. If I fail, which I do, we all do, it's only going to come back again in another person, in another opportunity, in another aspect. Jace says, Goga, you are a special man. He is, indeed. Thank you, indeed. Camilla says, where I live, it snowed this morning. Wow. It's November. Let's see. Jason said, Goga brother, good morning, young man. To be fair, almost every man is young compared to me. Even Jace. Sorry for that, even Jace. Jace says, Goga, you're a special man. Thank you indeed. Forget a heart from Goga. Jace says, Camilla, where do you live? Snow? Camilla says, I live in North Sweden. I remember. Goga said, Yogi, your voice is different in the morning. This is the first that I've talked. It's the very first. Well, sometimes when I do my thank you prayer in the morning, thank you, I do it aloud. Sometimes it's silent. I do my Om and my Om Shanti um, mantras out loud as well. But this is the first actual conversation I had. Much to my cat's dismay, as my cats always want to talk to me in the morning. They got always something to say. So I'm getting warmed up. Also, because it's so quiet in the morning, I try to be very careful with the vibratory tones that I enter into the morning. Goga says, do you listen to bhajans? I don't. But because you are bringing that to my attention, I will. Goga's laughing, even Jace. Hey, Roger. Good morning. Good morning, my friend. Jace says, good morning, Roger. So, Course in Miracles says that we are all teachers of God, and we teach that which we most need to learn. So we are teachers and students at the very same time. We teach what we need to learn. We teach only love because we need to learn only love. Going right back to the Course, it says, there is no one from which a teacher of God cannot learn. So there is no one whom he cannot teach. However, from a practical point of view, he cannot meet everyone, nor can everyone find him. Therefore, the plan includes a very specific contact to be made for each teacher of God. There are no accidents. I love this part. There are no accidents in salvation. So every encounter is a divine encounter. No one comes into your live stream by accident, including everyone that we say, well, that was mean, that was uncalled for, why did they say that, why did they have to say that? It's not by accident. They are there to give you an opportunity, and they don't even know it. There are no accidents in salvation. Those who are to meet will meet, because together they have the potential for a holy relationship. They are ready for each other. This is why I don't like to dismiss people from my live stream. This is why I try to address everyone. This is why I don't like anyone, unless they're attacking members. But if they're coming to say something to me, keep them here. Jace, watch Jace, how he responds to everyone. Let's see. For Fidelity Day, did I get that even remotely correct? It is 11:11 in Sweden. Jason's Goga Eric is only mocking my lack of hair because he has two more. I do, but unfortunately, they're on my back. They're not on my head, they're on my back. Let's see, Roger says, hey Jace, I won't be able to join you for much. I fell in a hole and twisted my ankle in the woods with my dog. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Roger. Leaves it over the hole and I stepped right in. Gonna try what I can, nonetheless. Way to step up and give it a try though, Roger. Maybe you could probably do like all the core stuff, right? Jace says, Roger, that's not good, brother. Hope you have not damaged anything. Yeah, I hope not. Let's see. Boosted all good, man. Foof. Sorry. Just up to you. Hey, I appreciate that, my friend. Jace is waving. So, I just want to continue a bit. I love this section of the course. It took me a long time to get here. Manual for teachers. I kept putting this off because I was always thinking, who am I to assume that I'm a teacher of God? Thinking it was maybe a little arrogant. But you know what was arrogant? To exclude myself from being a teacher. Because we are all teachers of God. Because we all teach what we most need to learn. So when I remove myself saying, how can I be a teacher? I'm saying, How can I learn? How can I learn from other people? The simplest level of teaching appears to be quite superficial. It consists of what seem to be very casual encounters, a chance, quotation marks. I'm not doing bunny rabbit ears. A chance encounter, meeting of two apparent strangers in an elevator. A child who is not looking where he is running into an adult by chance. Two students happening to walk home together. These are not chance encounters. Each of them has potential for becoming a teaching learning situation. Perhaps the seeming strangers in the elevator will smile to one another. Perhaps the adult will not scold the child for bumping into him. Perhaps the student will become friends. Even at the level of the most casual encounter, it is possible for two people to lose sight of separate interest, if only for a moment. That moment will be enough. Salvation has come. There are no accidents in salvation, and salvation is simply recognizing that our true interest is not apart from the interest of the other. No one gets ahead at the expense of another person because they're not ahead. One person suffers, the entirety of the world suffers. One child goes to bed hungry, the entire world starves for love. The entire world starves for love. So are we ready to wake up? All these seemingly chance encounters, no one's coming onto your live stream by accident, guys. Don't turn away from anyone. Don't turn away. Let's see. Goga's laughing with Jace. Roger says muscle was out. I iced it, and now I'm doing a hot rice soak. It should be good in a couple of days. Minimal swelling. That's good. I have to keep walking the dog, so resting in between. We'll try some crunches, no squats, etc. What about the press-ups? Jay says, I don't see myself as a teacher, but I do let love be my controlling influence, guiding kindness and open arms. I definitely see you as a teacher, though, Jace. Just from what you said, I do let love be my controlling influence by guiding kindness in others. That's how you teach other people. With your kindness, with your love, with those open arms. That's how you learn kindness. Remember, we teach what we most need to learn. We all have times where we don't have open arms. We all have times where we don't allow love to be our controlling influence, even if only just a little bit. But as we do that for other people, we learn to do it for ourselves. For some people, it always seems harder to be kind to ourselves. However, we only truly give away what we are capable of owning within ourselves. So we cultivate our own kindness. We cultivate kindness for other people so that we can experience it for ourselves. And then truly, we see there are no others. We're simply offering love because love is who we are. Jay says, press up from the knees will work. Excellent. Jay says, Roger, you're doing the right thing. Elevation helps also. Roger says, you're right. Might use soft pad on that. Still trying to be one or the other. Hey, you could maybe try putting your sore ankle, your hurt ankle, on top of your good ankle, and you're doing your press-ups on one foot. I've seen people do that. Man, this was my course reading for the morning. And I was just absolutely floored when I read, there are no accidents in salvation. It still floors me. Probably do a talk on this later today on a short video. And there are no chance encounters. It opens up everything, every single moment, not accidental. No one's coming in your life by accident. It is there as a teaching opportunity. And again, this is why I ask everyone, any moderator, um, give it a moment before you erase someone's comment, before you delete someone's comment. Give it an instant before you time someone out. Just an instant. See what's going to happen. And imagine if we all do that. Not just whoever's doing the live stream, not just Jace, not just me, but all of us. How can we transform the situation? And where does that transformation lead? If that one moment turns into that holy encounter and we walk away knowing that some type of connection was made, what's going to happen with that person? Who are they going to have an encounter with when they think, I can choose to be kind? The gift continues. The gift just keeps continuing. It changes the entire nature of YouTube, of social media. We always think, and I always hear, and I've said it myself, social media can be a bit of a bad neighborhood. It brings out the worst in people. Does it? Or does it bring out the best possibility to heal? The best and maybe the only possibility to heal. What if we transformed Facebook one live stream at a time? Every single moment. One, I don't like using the term troll that much, but one person at a time. What if we changed Facebook? What, we can change Facebook too. What if we change, let's start with YouTube. What if we change YouTube one person at a time? One instant, one encounter at a time. Jace, very insightfully, very wisely, very lovingly says, when we react to situations without thought or reflection, the opportunity to spread love is removed. Absolutely. This is the whole basis of meditation and breath work, is to retrain us from being reactive to responsive. We are accepting our responsibility, our ability to respond. Reflection, reaction is perfect when we are in danger, when we need to jump out of the way of a car, when we need to confront a woolly mammoth or saber-toothed tiger. Real life situations in which we are physically endangered. However, when someone says something on YouTube pointing out the fact that Jace is bald, they never do it to me. You ever see that? No one ever points out that I'm bald. I don't know why. Or when someone goes on live stream to call Jace weird, again, no one ever calls me weird. Imagine if we react to that in the same way as we do a woolly mammoth. Imagine if we didn't have to react to a traffic jam and being 10 minutes late for dinner, as if it was a life-threatening situation. It's just a traffic jam. Someone saying that Jace is bald is just pointing out the obvious. Someone saying that Jace is weird, it's just pointing out the obvious. Jace says I was saving that. Sorry guys, you got me laughing this morning. Roger says, lions and tigers and Jace, oh my. That was funny. Just imagine, man, I'm optimistic. We can change YouTube. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the trolls coming in. Come in and tell me I'm bald. Sure. Jace is always going to be balder than me. I'm not the only bald guy here. I'm not even the least bald guy here, or the most bald guy here. The funniest thing, UK medic, when he says to me, Eric, when you're washing your face, how do you know when to stop? Where does it end? Jay says, only by 2 hairs. on a good day. So here's the great metaphysical question. The great metaphysical question for me and Jace. If we wake up in the morning with a hair on our pillow, to ask ourselves, what held this in yesterday? What held this hair in yesterday that is no longer here today? Is there less gravity on my head than there was yesterday? Have somehow the hair on my head defied the laws of gravity? Absolutely. Well, I think I'm bordering on a possibly 5.5 to 6 head at this point in my life. But you know, the funny thing is, on a serious but funny note, when people say stuff like that, it's only an observation. It makes me wonder, why do people think I'm going to get upset if they say that I'm bald? As if I didn't know. Roger says, you're not right, Eric. I think I might have just feed a little bit. Then my mission is accomplished. I woke up this morning and thought, what can I accomplish before 5:30? What can I accomplish before 5:30? Can I introduce a plan? Part 1, can I introduce a plan to fully revolutionize YouTube? Where we change the very nature of YouTube by knowing that we can offer love in every situation. Step 1. Step 2, can I make Roger pee just a little bit? Man, it's 5:26 and I've accomplished both before my day's fully even started. This is going to be a good day, guys. It's going to be a good day. Jay says, Roger, me too. That's a bonus. I only had plans of making Roger pee just a little bit. I didn't factor in Jace. But here's what you got to figure it out. You always have to factor in Jace. Jace is always the unseen factor, the unplanned plan. As Jay says, I've not laughed like this on a Sunday morning for many years. Me either. Me either, for sure. On any morning. And you know what? It's such a good, clean laugh, too. You know what I mean? It's not laughing at the expense of anyone. We are laughing with ourselves, about ourselves. Roger says, God knows our every need and every hair. The internet will never be the same. Thinking and the brain have been unseated. We've done it. We've done it. We've created that holy instant. Tim C says, who are you talking to? Well, right now I'm talking to you, Tim. I'm talking to whoever stumbles upon the conversation. Largely, I talk to myself. Jay says, Tim C. I'm going to go back to what I said, Ramana Maharshi said. There are no others. So when I talk to myself, I'm talking to the world. When I'm talking to the world, I'm talking to myself. When I'm talking to Jace, when I'm talking to Rhode Island Roger, when I'm talking to Tim C, I'm talking to an aspect of myself in the appearance of another. So, Tim C, thank you for the opportunity, my friend. All right, it's time for me to take my walk. Man, Roger and Jace, Goga, and Tim, thank you guys. Camellia, thank you for the opportunity. This was a fun morning. Jace, are you live? Are you coming up live in a few minutes? Uh, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, by the way. Jacob, Eric Lapointe are doing a collab together. They are doing 105 pumps, 500 squats, 500 jumping jacks. Holy cow. Jay says, thanks all. Happy Sunday. Have a great day. Low live today. Rest day. Gotcha. All right. Well, thanks for coming in, Jace. Otherwise, I would have missed you, my friend. Roger gives us prayers and love. Roger, men well. Hope you feel better. And I'm going to be interested in seeing what you can do with Jace, with the ankle. There's always something, and I'm sure Jace will actually give you that opportunity, you know? All right, guys, I got to go. I'm going to take my walk. Thank you again.